Okay. Okay. It's like making sure video quality isn't garbage. It looks like once Maxi live, you can actually up the quality. It's like making sure video quality isn't garbage. It looks like once Maxi live, you can actually up the quality. Like making sure Maxi live, you can actually. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm assuming the stream is going. Stuff is happening now. So yeah. So I'm trying to do these UC vigilance or like UC whatever quest line. And I think I'm just starting it, so we'll see. All right. And then I'm just eager to get started.
Understood? If you'd follow me, please. So,
Hell yeah, brother. Let's
you're
get
the
it
vanguard
done.
that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it.
Hell,
That must have been
it's a pretty badass suit.
a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
I like how we followed this guy for all of like 10 feet. It's like, really? We couldn't have just walked that? Some of these ships are so large. They're like mazes. This one's pretty straightforward, and I like it. I appreciate it.
Hey.
Bro, like, I hope I can build a ship with like a command deck like this. Sweet.
I believe we have something important to discuss. Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDev. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
Tuala convinced me it'd be for the greater good, so here I am. Not entirely sold on the idea yet. Still don't quite understand why I'm here. UC SysDef, is that another division of the UC military? Yeah, we're going with that one.
UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle big picture stuff, we deal specifically with pirates. Since you're already involved with the Vanguard, I don't have to underline how important your contribution will be to the security of our spaceways.
Alright, Tuala convinced me it would be for the greater good, so here I am.
It appears he's certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Alright, what exactly is the Crimson Fleet?
That's strange. According to your file, you've encountered them before. On the
Oh, have I? I have a
the
file?
pirates that attacked your mining outpost? I'm surprised you don't remember.
This guy's got me clocked. What? Where's the Vigilance located right now?
We are currently in the Sol system, in deep orbit around Phobos. As to why, I'll explain momentarily.
Okay, you're gonna need more than one ship to eliminate an entire fleet.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
I assume you've chosen me because I'm expendable. I prefer a more direct approach. It takes more than finesse to catch the attention of a pirate.
It certainly does. So listen up. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bolden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
These people put contraband on my damn ship. Aurora?
Aurora is a Class A controlled substance that's illegal to transport outside of Neon, a city on Volai. Get caught with this stuff aboard a ship, and you're looking at some serious fines.
Where'd you get the contraband?
That's classified. Suffice to say
Got it
that
from
the
Neon.
smuggler who was previously holding it will be spending the rest of their life in prison.
You can probably sniff a narc out from a sector away.
That's right. So it'll be your job to convince this person that you're the real deal. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Right, why bother gathering evidence?
Let's just say my superiors need proof that engaging the Crimson Fleet is a larger priority than they're willing to admit. If we shove enough concrete evidence under their noses, they'll have no choice but to allocate the resources that I've requested. At the same time, we can use the evidence to arrest members of the Crimson Fleet, weakening them enough to strike a fatal blow.
Oh, I doubt we'll be doing any arresting. Pretty sure we're going to be doing a whole lot of exploding. This is the best plan you've got. We're both in trouble. You must have quite a bit of confidence in my abilities. It's a lot to absorb. All right, point the way. I'll get it done.
Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
What if I get in over my head? I'm guessing it's too late to back out. I'm just doing this for the money. Right, I'll do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
We're gonna Denzel this. What do you mean, stay straight too far off the path?
The Crimson Fleet doesn't follow the rules. They only abide by one thing: money. All of their morals and social graces fall by the wayside in pursuit of their greed. At first glance, this can appear quite enticing, so I'm warning you not to get lured into their trap. Think you can handle that?
Can you explain SysDef's code of ethics and whatever?
To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good.
I think he said pull my trigger only when necessary. It's like, no, that's not how I roll, sir. Don't exactly do well following rules and regulations. Can't make any promises. All right, I can stay the course.
That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
He didn't see my fingers were crossed. Oh god, we're still talking. Can you tell me more about my expected behavior as an agent?
While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some morally gray decisions. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while maintaining your cover. Do what you have to do, but remember why you're out there in the first place.
I've never had a problem doing what I had to do to survive.
As long as you can distinguish between surviving and thriving, you'll do just fine. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. So let me simplify this for you. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing.
He said not killing innocent people, so he's cool with me killing the Crimson Fleet. What happens if I get arrested while I'm undercover?
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines.
You have any other information about Sorsay Bowden?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
How will I maintain contact with you?
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Dude, this is like the best job ever.
Dismissed.
This is like remote work before remote work.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's like right here. I'm just gonna save it just in case this game crashes.
Howdy.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
It's like, well, I'll do what I want. What do you need physical evidence?
Well, since it isn't every day we stumble across a criminal's fully written confession, we need to build a case against our suspects. The more evidence we acquire, the stronger our case becomes. And knowing the Crimson Fleet, they'll leave plenty of evidence for you to find.
What if I can't find anything?
I'd scour every inch of wherever the Crimson Fleet sends you. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and risking your neck for nothing. Criminals are sloppy. Look hard enough, and I'm certain you'll stumble across their mess.
I'm expecting like a filing cabinet just says like secrets on it. I'm like, all right, that's what we're looking for. That's if I'm accepted into the Crimson Fleet.
You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
They keep mentioning this prison thing, and it's like, I have all these guns. I'm confused. Are we trying to imprison the pirates or kill them?
Haven't you been paying attention? Our goal here is the complete eradication of the Crimson Fleet. In order to do that, we need to dismantle them piece by piece from within. If you bring me evidence, we can make arrests and slowly drain their resources. Think of it as a death by 1,000 tiny cuts.
Yeah, I'll just tiny cut them with my large weapon. Sounds like I touched a nerve. Simply trying to understand my task, Lieutenant.
You have to understand that my agitation with the Crimson Fleet comes from personal experience. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
You feel like talking about it? I'm no hero. I'm here because it's my duty as a member of the Vanguard. I've seen my fair share of violence. You feel like talking about it?
What? No. It's personal.
She's like, who the hell are you?
To do with you. Just stick to the mission and you'll be fine.
I've seen my fair share of violence.
Then you'll understand why it's so important that this operation is successful. Anyway, before I let you go, there's just one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
It's like, money? Now you're speaking my language? Why would you be paying credits during a military operation?
Well, that's just it. You're not career military, are you? And speaking frankly, you're completely out of pocket during this operation. You'll be paying for your own supplies and other unexpected incidentals. So, if I were you, I'd stop asking questions and accept the compensation.
Credits. Now you're speaking my language.
Commander Akande came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not help us simply because it was the right thing to do. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
All right, hell yeah.
I'll be here if you have any more questions.
I didn't see she had more stuff to
Is
say.
there anything else I can help you with?
What if I get caught with the container of Aurora in my cargo hold?
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned.
Shoot, can we sell
Of course,
it?
if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
Well, they've just thought of everything, haven't they? What's going to happen to the people you arrest?
We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. So, we'll be holding them in the Vigilance's brig. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to see you.
I feel like discussing your personal experience with the Crimson Fleet?
Not really, no. I've learned to keep my personal experiences separate from the job.
I was hoping she'd just be like, no. Wow, that's evasive as hell.
Was it? Yeah, I suppose I tend to do that. Comes from having no one to talk to around this ship. That's to be expected, I suppose. The Vigilance isn't exactly the best place to have casual conversations. We have serious work to do. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay?
Okay.
Let me know if you need anything else.
Dude, they got some
Yes?
nice
hello.
uniforms. Like, when do we
Yes?
get one?
Hey,
Yes? What?
It's like I feel like someone over there just said, "Hey," and it's like there's actually nobody standing there. Right, if we we can't interact with that. It's like if we were, oh hey, ask and you shall receive. See if we can find a second one. If we can. Me and Andreja might be rocking that.
Yes?
Picked up on the last mission.
stop busting my grab drive. I only did that once.
Yeah, well, you can eat just about anything once.
She looks like she's bored out of her mind. See vigilance, okay. Chilling, getting some work done. I like it.
Excuse me.
Excused. Carry on. Oh, bro, come on. Let's give us one more uniform.
Okay, hello.
Hello?
Hello, okay. Joyce is just like chilling here. Let us get out of here. I don't think there's anywhere else on the ship we can explore. Dude, I want like one of these.
Hey,
Yo,
I haven't seen my family in a while, but the mission takes priority.
okay. Okay, we have to like hack
Yes.
into there. Just chilling. Don't mind me. Lockers are always like a good. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say lockers are usually like a good place to find like clothes.
Howdy.
We'll keep the brig ready for any pirates you bring in.
Brig protocols. The Vigilance brig has high level of confinement facility for captured and pre-trial prisoners charged with piracy. The brig ensures the security and safe transport of all prisoners to United Colonies correctional facilities. Under the guidance of Commander Ikonde and ranking officers of the Vigilance, the brig staff is responsible for maintaining and enforcing these directives. Transfer protocols. Handcuffs and a guard escort are standard when transporting prisoners. These assigned to maximum security cells may require additional security measures to prevent escape. We should attempt to accommodate prisoner requests within reason. Looser restraints and comfortable seating can be supplied upon request. United colonies will typically use mid-sized Deimos ships for shuttling prisoners to the correctional facilities. Okay. Have imprisoned exactly 0 people. What are these people doing? Oh, he opened that. It's like, they're ghosts on this ship? What the hell? Couldn't get into there. Alright, so I think we're done and ready to move on.
Mole.
Excuse me?
I don't know about you.
What do you mean by that?
People who work undercover, they're sneaky by nature. Hard to read. When I fly, I want someone beside me who I can predict. Boxes by the Marquess of Queensbury rules. But you're a southpaw. A wild card.
I'll earn your trust in no time. You don't know me?
No, I don't. But you're Vanguard, right? Not exactly one of us. Volunteer forces don't get the strictest background check. Who knows what kind of mischief you get up to in your spare time. But if Commander Ikonde says you're Sistef, then you are one of us. For now.
Where'd you learn to fly?
I cut my teeth on space trucks, believe it or not. Before I got my stripes, I was just another cargo hauler trying to earn an honest wage. But after a couple slick escapes, I got recruited to the academy and went from dodging pirates to hunting them. Thing is, some of my best tricks were with a big rig. Ever try a pitchback with a Hope Tech truck with 2 fleet wraiths on your tail? Compared to that, doing it with a military fighter is a piece of cake.
How'd you get involved with Sistef?
Long story. I got my start in the academy and made a name for myself hunting the Crimson Fleet. I eventually got recruited to do test flights on a star station orbiting Lloyden's Rock. Me and 3 other Archangel pilots did some work on some extremely dangerous prototypes. But I called in a few favors and got back home with Sistef. Someone with my talents needs to be here, where the action is.
Are you... I like how we had this whole conversation. Are you a pilot?
You guessed it. In fact, I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO, a firm grasp of the obvious. But I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best, and I've got the kills to prove it.
How does that work out? Fogo is firm grasp of the obvious? What? Glad to have you on my side.
You got some set of manners, kid. The fleet are gonna eat you up. Try not to forget who you are, okay? It'd break the commander's heart to have to hunt you down.
Thanks, friend. Docking port computer, eh? Something to hack? Oh, it's just like it's currently docked. It's like, I'm the most trustworthy. Ooh, secrets to steal? Nice.
How are you easing into things?
Ready for action, Captain.
So let me just take a look. I think the only new thing we picked. Oh, okay, 7 things apparently. Aurora sample, notebooks. When did I? Sometimes I feel like I have like random stuff. This is my gun. I put a suppressor on it. Yes. All right, the Sistef uniform does not look cool when we wear it. Ray's kind of okay.
Yes, I would say that.
See to Sidonia, burden of proof. Search for evidence. Alright, so that's the 2 separate quests. Nope. They're gonna see my ship landing and be like, oh god, here he comes to kill us all. And be like, nah, I'm here to join you this time.
The most difficult part has been acclimating to what
And Tracy's just having like a whole conversation with herself. I'm like, wait, what?
careful near the railings on the upper level.
Oh yeah, this place has like no gravity too.
Do you imagine anyone actually enjoys living here? I simply cannot.
Always nice to kick back at the broken spear after a long day.
Oh, I wonder if this dude has anything to say to us.
Mr. Brennan's treating you right. You're definitely someone worth having around for tricky situations. Sorry, we have to cut this conversation short.
Blackmailed that dude.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
Octai, who's that?
Octai Enbayar. He's the head of our Sidonia branch. If you want to do some trading, he's the one you need to be talking to. I'm busy.
I'm looking to unload a sensitive shipment.
And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC Security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me?
Well, let's talk price first.
I'm not talking price until I know what the hell I'm buying.
I'm looking to sell a shipment of Aurora.
Whoa, way too hot for me. That stuff is nothing but bad news. Why don't you take your shipment and try somewhere else?
If the trade authority is not interested, that says a great deal.
Alright, if you can't handle it, point me to someone who can. I thought the trade authority would buy anything. I guess the people who told me that you were the best were wrong.
No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak 1 kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
I refuse to pay for that information. If I just blow your brains out and ask someone else, I have to pay just to find out where to sell my shipment?
You must be new at this game, love, so I'm gonna let that one slide. In our business, nothing gets done until money is exchanged, even if that means leaving a credit on each and every rung of the ladder as you climb your way up.
Here's 1,000.
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Just demand the extra credits up front next time. These games are juvenile and tiresome.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
You are a welcome diversion. What do you need?
Huh? What do you want? I thought our transaction was complete.
It's like, maybe we can put him down and get my money back.
We have the tech to instantly jump across the...
Alright, Adler Kim.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
Heard you might be able to help me move some cargo. Right. Cersei said you could help me move some of this.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Who's we and us? I thought I was dealing with you.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
With Crimson Fleet, right?
Pipe down! What the hell's the matter with you? You want to get us both thrown into lockup? Look, I don't know what that big-mouth Saoirse told you, but I keep who I run with a secret in public. And I suggest you do the same. Now, do you want my help moving your product, or not?
Alright, no problem, no
Right
problem.
down to business! And no small talk. I like it.
I see no good reason why we should have any extra dealings with the likes of you.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
How loud do you want this to be?
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
Alright.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Jesus, dude, this guy's got, like, all the attitude.
Okay, hello.
Actually, dude, oh, this is the place I've been trying to, like, find.
What's up?
I need to find some new crew members, but I actually need to, like, put some skill points into the thing that will let you have a bigger crew.
Hey. Yes?
Post-engineering.
More than enough work to complete before I go me.
Let's get the hell out of here. It's like, oh my god, it's like waypoint keeps moving. Mars.
How are you holding on? I wish there was something more to how perfect every drink gets out.
Dude, I like a lot of the areas in this game. A lot of them, it's like you can get down here and get lost. It wouldn't surprise me if there's missions down here to do.
Hi, welcome to Jane's, Sidonia's only 100% independent one-stop shop. I apologize if I'm a little distracted. I'm currently dealing with a little issue, but please let me know if there's anything I can get for you.
Alright, you run this place all by yourself?
Yep, that's me on the sign, Jane. I operate one of the few independent, non-franchise businesses in Sidonia. I've scrimped and saved for years to build up my little shop. Literally, when I started, it was barely a kiosk, and I was selling loose machine parts, scrap metal, bottled water, whatever I could get my hands on. And my hope one day is to keep expanding to other planets. I've already got a small logistics subsidiary in the works for shipping cargo.
You might say that.
Why'd you choose to open a shop on Mars of all places?
Lack of options, I suppose. I was born on Mars. I never knew my mum. She left when I was little. My dad took good care of me, but he died when I was 14, so I had to fend for myself. Those years were the hardest. The shop began as a way to survive, and it's been successful, so I've stayed with it.
Running an independent shop by yourself must be hard work. Maybe I can help with your issue.
You have no idea. Every time I feel like I'm getting ahead, something happens to knock me back down. But unless you're some sort of merc, I'm not sure you can help. See, I saved up to get a new ship and hire a pilot. He was supposed to help run deliveries and bring in all sorts of new goods, but he went missing. I can't find anyone willing to track him down. I'm worried something bad has happened.
Oh yeah, he's probably dead. What do you think happened to him?
I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's something simple, like he ran out of fuel. It's an older ship and it may have had a minor leak. But I know there's a problem with pirates out there. This was Eric's first real piloting job, and I'm worried they could tell he was easy pickings or something. Could just be my overactive imagination.
Why can't you call Sistef or something like that?
If all else fails, I'm probably going to, but I'd rather not. That ship? I bought it from a sketchy dealer because it was all I could afford. Seemed too good to be true. I'm not sure now it was entirely legit. So, you see the problem with contacting Sistef.
Well, you get what you paid for. Good luck with that. Right, I can go track down your ship and pilot.
I mean, thank you. I know it's a lot of trouble, but it'll mean a lot to me. I'll try to compensate you as best I can when you bring back Eric and my ship. It's a cargo runner called the Berry Mule. The last signal I got from him was out near Triton. It's a starting place, at least. And try to bring them both back in one piece.
Yeah, it's like this. You just randomly find another mission. It's like, okay, god damn it.
I bet my supervisor I could haul up double my normal quota. Guess who owes me drinks for the rest of the month? Ah, didn't think we had any new miners on account of the positions being full up.
I was just hired. I'm your new boss. You have to do what I say now.
Yeah, okay, boss. If you really were new boss, then you'd know I tend to handle a lot of new announcements around here. And I definitely know about you. But nice try. Anyway, I'm Layla. When I'm not mining, I'm tinkering with Gnome, our unofficial mascot. I fill that computer brain of his with all sorts of nonsense and announcements. Of course, if you're here to chat, I'm always happy to talk shop. Especially if you're interested in talking about the heart of Mars.
You've been here in Sidonia. Right. You mentioned Heart of... Wait, goddamn it. I want to know about these.
This is only my second contract, so I think I've been here for, 4 years now. It's great. I love it here. I'm working on getting those red eyes that are all the rage these days, you know. You'll hear a lot of these other chumps complaining about Sidonia. They say it's boring or dangerous or whatever. Look, I come from an ice planet. These people have no idea what they're talking about. Sidonia is practically paradise compared to where I grew up.
Oh my god, there's so many like options. Got any good mining tips? So you program Gnome?
Yeah. Gnome's been down here forever. He's also been broken forever. Can't actually walk or do work, and we don't have it in the budget to fix him. No one's had the heart to junk him, but when I started, I gave him new purpose. I programmed him to tell us local news and announcements. I modeled his responses after my own sarcastic sense of humor. It proved to be popular, so I did what any aspiring comedian would do and gave him a bunch of stupid jokes to tell. People love it. Or at least that's what they say.
Wait, red eyes? Why would you want to turn your eyes red?
Why? I mean, who wouldn't want cool blood red eyes? It's kind of a badge of honor thing around here. People know you're hot stuff when you got red eyes. Also, it freaks people who don't know about them. Except for little kids. They always seem to think it's awesome. Either way, it makes for fun social gatherings.
Jesus Christ. You mentioned something about the Heart of Mars. I'd like to know more.
Oh, so you're interested in the heart of Mars, are you? Word is there's a cave out in the Martian waste with a gleaming node of the purest titanium ore you've ever seen.
Titanium.
It's worth quite a lot of credits. But some say the heart of Mars is cursed. Hundreds have gone in search of it, never to return. And every one of them met a grisly fate. Maybe, just maybe, you could be the first to succeed, though. You know, if you think you got what it takes. No judgment if you're too scared.
Too scared? Why haven't you tried to claim the heart of Mars?
Fair question. I'm not really the adventurous type, to be honest. And frankly, I don't need the money. So, I don't really feel the need to involve myself with the prospect of a potentially deadly cursed chunk of titanium.
Why is it called the heart of Mars?
Because in Roman mythology, Mars was the god of war. His heart is cold, but tough like titanium. One of the miners started calling it that long ago, and the name stuck. Seems fitting enough.
Wait, cursed ore? Are you pulling my leg?
What? No. I mean, maybe the cursed part isn't real, but who am I to say? Look, I told you what I know. You can either choose to believe me or not. All I can say is that if you manage to find it and avoid the curse, you'll be a legend around here.
Alright, this all sounds far-fetched, but I'm willing to check it out.
I know cursed rocks and all. I don't know for sure if it's really cursed, but it's probably still dangerous out there, so be careful. I'll give you location of the cave. Good luck. Leaving already.
Bounce! Jesus, she had a lot to say.
Something I can help you with?
I'm sorry, I thought you were somewhere else. Adler Kemp sent me to teach you a lesson. Here to collect the credits you owe Adler Kemp. I completely forgot that that's why we're here.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
I really don't have time to play games.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
But well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm sure your funeral will be lovely.
Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Hmm? Sound good? Yeah?
Sound good? Yeah. Hey now, or Deimos will be sending your corpse home in a big casket. I don't think Adler's going to be satisfied with that option. It's not good enough.
What the heck do you want me to do, then? Huh? Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Clearly this man has never seen how hard I can squeeze.
Dude, Andreas is always down. Promise to stop borrowing from Adler and I'll pay the debt for you. I'm tired of playing games. Why are you hurting so badly for credits?
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. But here I am. Yeah, it's a lousy company. Pays me a salary. But I depend on the profit-sharing bonuses to keep food on the table for my family.
We're gonna try persuasion.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
This dude's probably like saving up money trying to run off world. Pay up. If not, do it for the sake of your family. Is this really worth the risk? You could always make the money back later.
Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I don't know.
Glad you're starting to come around to my point of view.
You think I'm a pushover?
God damn it.
I think if I give you the last of my credits.
Heather thinks you spent all the money on booze.
Hey, now wait a second. Just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the Spear, it doesn't mean I don't care about my family. Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just a low-life pirate who thinks he can push everyone around.
Promise to stop borrowing from Adler and I'll pay the debt for you. No. Don't necessarily want to attack him.
No! Get away from me!
Okay. I was unaware. I shot that man like 10 times and he was just standing there. Well, that spiraled out of control. Yeah, I wish like the persuasion check had worked. That would have been so much better. Thank God I saved.
Something I can help.
Right.
Hey,
Just gonna try to speed run through this.
Look. Hey. Oh. I told him I'd... What the heck? Look.
Clearly this man has never seen how hard I can squeeze.
Okay, we're gonna go for persuasion again.
What games?
Is it really worth the risk? You can always make the money back later. Please work.
Sure.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Bro.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Bro.
You know what?
Lord Jesus. I'm gonna try this one more time. Oh my God, my chair all of a sudden has decided it wants to keep sinking.
Something I...
Here we go again.
Hey, slow.
What? Look. Hey. Oh. I told him I'd... What? Look.
Clearly this man...
Yeah.
Alright, back in persuasion. Holy crap.
What game?
So this first option works?
Sure.
Come on. You must have some rainy day money stashed somewhere.
Why the hell would I deplete my savings? To pay off a stock like Adler Kemp? Come on.
I understand, I'm not trying to make things difficult.
There's nothing to talk about. I've already made myself clear.
I know Adler's paying you to lean on me. So, you're just doing your job. But I swear, I've got nothing left. Okay? If I give you the last of my credits, my family starves. I can't afford to do that. I won't do that.
God damn it. He thinks you're drinking all the booze.
Hey, now wait a second. Just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the Spear, it doesn't mean I don't care about my family. Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just a low-life pirate who thinks he can push everyone around.
We saw what happens when I attack, so I'm just gonna pay the damn debt so we can move on.
Holy crap. Really? You do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you.
Shut up.
For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
We're gonna come back here, and he's gonna definitely have borrowed from Adler again. Oh yeah. I was like, is this how we got down here?
Many stories and films about demons.
Bounce from here. I bet the mark of like the next gen consoles will be if they can play Starfield without load screens. How do we get out of here?
Mars is wrapped with resources, which
Yo.
means
Have something for me?
Alright, pay them more.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
I don't care. He got the message.
Nice.
So moving on.
You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
If you think they can handle me.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
9,300 credits? What? It's like $10.
If you're looking for a drinking buddy, look somewhere else.
What can you tell me about Neva Mora?
You want to know about Neva, huh? Okay, let me think. You ever heard of the galactic cannibalism phenomenon? No? See, that's when two galaxies collide. And the bigger one basically swallows the smaller one. Then the bigger one just moves on. It keeps getting bigger and angrier and roams through space looking for other galaxies to absorb. Neva Mora is 10 times worse than that. Don't mess with her. Don't give her any bullshit. Don't try and rip her off. And whatever you do, you better not betray her, or she will absolutely swallow you whole, and there won't be an atom left. Other than that, she's all right.
Okay. You're gonna stop being coy and admit you're part of Crimson Fleet? Alright. You're gonna leave Carl Fielding alone? We don't really care. What are you gonna do with the Aurora?
What the hell do you think I'm going to do with the stuff? I'm going to flip it and make a ton of money. You think Carl's booze addiction was bad? These Deimos dusties will blow their entire paycheck to get zoned. Honestly, I consider it a public service. After all, I'm charging them less than a ticket to Neon.
I kind of like this guy.
Word of advice. Don't get on Neva's bad side, or she'll make you regret it.
Alright, thanks for the advice. He's a good guy. He's a good guy after all. We could probably just like fast travel there. Just fast travel.
Always a satisfying
Look
moment.
who finally
Your
had the
turn to your
guts to
ship.
show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once.
Guessing.
So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Didn't I already prove myself? Adler said that? I didn't think he knew. I didn't know he cared.
You're funny. I hate funny. Remember that. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Medical supply ship? Why not a ship with actual loot? Why not hunt down Austin Rake yourself? What options do I have to complete this job? Why not hunt him down yourself?
There's a lesson in this. I need you to learn what'll happen if you decide to turn your back on the fleet. Consider it your glimpse into a possible, unfortunate future. So you'd better pay close attention.
What options do I have to complete this job?
Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure.
Consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
This Neva Mora, her words are measured and carry weight. She is not to be trifled with.
Oh, we will trifle. We will do all of the trifling. How can you be certain that Austin Rake is on the Ragana?
I've been tracking Rake for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs.
I am surprised
You know
you
what?
noticed. You
It's
have
worth
quite
every
the
damn
talent for
cred.
reading people's current
He's
mood
made
from
me
afar.
look like a fool in
Comes
front
with
of
the territory,
Delgado.
I suppose.
I'm gonna have
Care
his
to
head on a
share your
pike.
troubles? I am concerned with how the
God
rest
damn
of
it,
the
Bethesda.
organization perceives my presence. Regardless of how I present myself,
Rake used to run with the fleet.
I feel as
Hell,
though
I'm
they're
the one who
looking at
vouched
me
for him
with
in the
disdain,
first place.
rather than
Back
comradeship.
then he had a different name
Honestly,
and a different identity.
I think you're being
He was
a
a
bit
damn good earner
paranoid.
too. Brought in a
Everyone
ton
I've
of
spoken
credit.
to has nothing but complimentary
Everything was
things to
fine
say
until he
about
wanted
you.
out. So
If
he
that
ran.
is truly the case,
And
why do I often find myself excluded from other members' activities and gatherings?
Runs away from
Having someone from House Varun among us is a new experience. I'm
I
certainly
love how,
not
like,
sure if you even wish to be
goddamn
approached at all.
Bethesda conversations just run on top of each other.
They'll come around. I promise.
Go do this and then see if we get initiated and then.
This is Dmitry Moldavsky, pilot of the...
Looks like trouble found you. You draw the attention of the Crimson Fleet. You have a crewman on board I'm looking for. Boy, do I have some bad news for you, brother. Looks like trouble found you. You draw the attention of the Crimson Fleet.
I was afraid of that. Look, we are not built for combat. What is it you want exactly?
The fleet wants Austin Rake dead. I'd like to board your ship and talk about how to spare him. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna open your hatch and I'm gonna board. I only have one demand. Kill Austin Rake. Do that and I'll let you go. Right. Wrong answer. Tell Austin Rake it's all his fault. Right. We'll try to do the first option.
Oh God, I do not know.
It would be wise for you to take this offer. It shows more mercy than you know.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
We're going super fast. My ship does not have brakes, I think.
Airlock integrity looks good.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
Dude, they're ready for war in here. It's like, bro, I'd come in peace. Calm down.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
Just tell me which one you used, Austin Rake. I wanted to make sure there wasn't any real loot on board. I don't know who's listening over comms. This is safer.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
The fleet want Rake dead, but I want to resolve this without violence. Austin Rake is a Crimson Fleet pirate. Kill him and I'll let you go. Why risk your lives to protect right here? We'll go with the first one.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
As long as he agrees to turn himself into the UC Sysdef, deliver him the Sysdef. If the fleet find out about this deal, we're both exposed. The fleet won't buy that. Someone may need to die after all. Look at this. I think the second one is the play. Like, just take him to the Sysdef.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
I thought we were dead. I can't believe it. This unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful for these supplies.
So now, if you ever get to the key, you better sleep with one eye open and 2 pistols loaded. So you're the fleet's new dog, huh?
Bro, I spared your life. Like, what?
Thank you for letting us go. I thought we were dead. I can't believe it.
This unpleasantness aside, the people...
We will make sure Rake's name... And I hope you do not take this the wrong way, but... I hope our paths never cross again.
Thank you
Well,
for letting us go.
That's mean. Goddamn. Alright, we'll see how this goes. I'm sure they're gonna be kind of pissed. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they're expecting us to kill him.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Brooke, wanna help me with some target practice?
Jesus. You thought you were gonna maneuver away? I don't think so. Hell yeah.
Captain, our grav drive is fully repaired.
I need this loot first, ma'am. I need you to hold on. Dude, I wish, like, when you blew up these ships, they were, like, a little bit closer to each other. Make looting a little bit easier.
help with Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight.
I took out all 3
Tell me
ships.
about the Regana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
Austin Rick is dead. The Regana survived.
No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
I like how she doesn't require any proof that we actually killed him. I don't respond well to threats. Best decision you ever made.
Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Dude, I accidentally jumped to that place.
The Crimson Fleet is hardly a cause for celebration. But you have your reasons. So for now, I will allow it.
I accidentally jumped to the Crimson Fleet headquarters, apparently, and I just immediately was swarmed. And in Drasia! Whatever. We'll do whatever we want. Scan that since I'm here. Why are we here? Worth the vigilance.
Hail acknowledged. You're clear to dock at docking port 1. The commander will be waiting for you in operations.
He told us never to come back. Like, why? Why are we here?
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Ma'am, this is my art. This is my craft.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
God, everything is balled up right there.
I had a friend on the Regana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
I wonder if it's because I let the dude go. They want to be like, hey, we've got someone in the holdup that you can talk to. God.
We're back. Anything to report? We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for.
Glad he surrendered. I didn't want to kill anyone, innocent or otherwise. I would have been fine killing Rick myself, but I didn't want to traumatize the crew. I risked my cover to do it, so you better appreciate it.
I do. I know it's a delicate tightrope, and it doesn't go unnoticed that you're risking your own life to walk it.
Huh. We will see how much good your notice does in the end.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
Well played. Well played. Ecliptic doesn't have a problem with attacking Crimson Fleet?
They are mercenaries for hire. If they are paid enough money, Ecliptic would attack the Vigilance. It wasn't terribly difficult to convince them to attack an isolated Crimson Fleet ship. Just expensive.
Isn't he like complaining that he doesn't have budget? It's like, pretty sure this is not going to work in his favor. I could have died out there. It's a clever way to ensure Nave's trust.
Ah, so I take it you have good news. Were you able to join the fleet?
Does seem like I had passed their initial test. It was a clever plan. The fleet doesn't suspect a thing. It's a miracle the whole thing worked.
Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Searsha was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
Everything's going according to plan. These idiots don't suspect a thing. What do you know about Neva?
The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
Everything's going according to plan.
Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
Neva wanted to meet near Europa again. I got coordinates to the Crimson Fleet base. I was told to meet Neva at the key.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
What is there to know? He is pirate scum, like all of them.
Exactly. The Crimson Fleet is not a monolith. Any information you have on its members can only help. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Okay, travel to the key.
First mission
Not
on
see
the
that one
books,
there.
no casualties.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the key just to check it out, and then that's where I'll call it. Actually, oh, he's gone. It's like, does this dude still think I'm a mole?
Hello, Captain.
Back in our own ship.
What are you hailing for? Land in the key or don't?
It's awesome. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Docking cycle complete.
Right, I just want to see what the key looks like.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30. You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem. If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grab jump or something?
Let me grab some of this loot real quick. Why? Did you miss me?
Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin Rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
Job's done and I'm here, so back off.
Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Crimson Fleet took over an entire UC star station?
Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this station for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it.
I bet it really pisses the UC off that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
It must be very embarrassing for the UC to be in this situation.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Sometimes, like, your companion will actually be part of the conversation. And then sometimes it feels like they just say something and then they're completely ignored.
That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
Teleporting, I see.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
If it's
On
hard
the
to
right,
find,
you've got
I've probably
Bradley
got
from
it.
the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices.
It's like a normal bar.
And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest.
Wondering what that was.
Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
It's the most clever security measure I've ever seen. How's a bomb in your chest empowering?
I see the bomb as a symbol of my importance, and it's a constant reminder to everyone of the sacrifice I was willing to make. The freedom I've given up, the pain, it's not something that just anyone has the resolve to bear.
He is right. The pain he endures is proof of his loyalty and his resolve.
Again, Tracer, what the hell? Just set me up so I can start making money. This is gonna get in. That's going to get infected. It's the most clever security measure I've ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
Right, Delgado sounds like a smart man. Bet you don't get out much. I don't think I could make a sacrifice like that. So one wrong move and you're dead.
Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort.
I bet you don't get out much.
It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Nugent would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Alright, he's like HR, finance, everything all rolled into one. Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
Alright, time to make those credits.
The perfect segue into my final subject.
God damn it.
Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
What kind of jobs?
Oh, you know. Smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
Just tell me we're officially done here. Not a small job. Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Something on your mind?
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
You're welcome, Nev.
Doesn't say that I'm stealing. Definitely procuring. It's like another big area. My friend Wilby. I saw there was like a spacesuit back there. Contemplating grabbing it. I'm guessing it's a Crimson Fleet. Refined deep port space. No, okay, it's not. Hypno art lamp.
We call UCC staff sharp. If I had a billion creds, I'd run my own city, like Bayou. Except in my town.
Yeah, good story.
So wait, say that again. You think I'm who?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Lionel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Ah, well. Better get rid of the body.
Damn. I was like, oh, that dude's about to get clapped. I'm like, oh no, he is the one doing the clapping. When the clappers get clapped. Citizen?
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Cricks need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you'd ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job. Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds. And they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, I will hunt you down and kill you in front of everyone. Do you understand?
I understand. You have my word.
The hell of an interview. It'd be like supercut the whole thing. Play every word. Oh, it's a mount. I thought it was another slate.
Yeah.
I'll probably do just a ton of exploring off stream, but I just kind of wanted to see what this place is all about. Just get a bit of a feel for it. But I think I'm gonna call it there.
Protects our own, but you turn against us, and you're dead.
I like how everybody has nothing but threats. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. But anyway, yeah, freaking love this game so much. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. But until the next time, take it easy. And stay safe out there. Deuces.